Yay, welcome. Welcome our beautiful international community of Lady Nigumers. Welcome to the Lady Niguma for the World by YSI. And we gather twice a month to plant powerful seeds of peace using the wisdom of our lineage. And today's event is translated simultaneously to multiple languages. Please set up your language by pressing the globe sign in your Zoom account. And I would like, with all my heart, to thank all of the volunteers of the YSI and our beautiful translators, our Zoom host, Annie, and all of the angels that help us to run this program for the sake of many, many people around the world. So thank you for making this possible. And today we have a very special guest. I think you can see her over there in my background. Let me introduce our beautiful Chrissy. And she has been a devoted yogini for over a decade. And she completed the Three Jewels yoga teacher training, meditation teacher training, followed by the mentorship of Three Jewels. And she is the founder of the Dakini Lounge, and she was born in Canada, in Toronto. But from 2008, she moved to NY, to New York, and since then she called it her home. So today, Chrissy is excited to share the knowledge, inspiration with you all, and will help you to go through the Lady Niguma second series. So with my great pleasure, I welcome Chrissy. Thank you so much for joining us today and for guiding us through this beautiful practice. Have a nice practice all.
Wow, thank you for such a beautiful introduction, Karina. I'm so grateful to be here with the Lady Niguma for the World community. This is my favorite, most powerful practice. I love Lady Niguma's yoga. I recognize a lot of familiar faces today, so thank you for joining me. Some students that are new, some that are old. And the whole idea behind these events is to bring us together, this international community for Lady Niguma, and share these practices to make the world a better place. And that's why I wanted to guide everyone through the second sequence. Lady Niguma's second sequence is called Triumph of the Winds. And we learn about the 5 major inner winds that run through the body. And I'll slow down a bit for translation. Sorry about that. So each inner wind is connected to a specific negative emotion. And through the purification of these negative emotions, we can attain the 5 great aspects of Lady Niguma's wisdom. There are 5 inner winds connected with 5 negative emotions that are purified into those 5 wisdoms. So level 2, Lady Niguma offers a unique asana sequence, applying the classic principles of Lady Niguma's yoga, so the ones that you're familiar with, to the 5 inner winds. So we'll be combining the inner and outer methods. And through this practice, we truly can start to reach a paradise of the mind. That's where it starts. So the short-term goal of working with the vayus, the inner winds, is to have them flow more smoothly. The longer-term goal is to restore the vitality of the side channels. Remember, the left side channel, Ida Nadi, right side channel, Pingala Nadi. And when we move the prana out of them and into Sushumna Nadi, central channel, we can transform into a being that has the mind of the 5 wisdoms of Lady Niguma. So I'll tell you a little bit more about the vayus before we get into the physical part of the practice. First vayu that we work with is prana vayu. So prana vayu, the negative emotion that's associated with it is the ignorantly disliking things. So when we get anger, And this is all around the area of the chest, around the heart space. And I know it's a little confusing because we think of prana as the subtle body energy, but this vayu for that area is called prana vayu. The second inner wind is it's called upward moving wind, and that is udana vayu. So think of like wind moving up. And that wind is associated with a negative emotion of ignorantly liking things when we grasp or get possessive. Third wind is called downward moving wind, and that one is apana vayu. That wind is associated with the negative emotion of pride or stinginess. And the fourth wind is called samana vayu, which is like equal wind. It's in the stomach area. And that negative emotion associated with it is jealousy, or when we get competitive. It kind of like is equal, like you get jealous and then you start to get competitive. The fifth wind is the all-pervasive wind known as vijnana vayu. And this one is related to misunderstanding or ignorance itself. So that wind helps all of the other winds mentioned move, and it helps them go where they need to go. So it's called the all-pervasive wind as it pervades the entire body. So misunderstanding or ignorance acts as the fertile soil from which all of the other negative emotions grow. So we'll do a few more extra postures and flows for Vijnana Vayu today. So consider, what would it be like if we completely purify ourselves of those negative emotions? What if we were able to bring the winds into the central channel where thoughts of love and wisdom and joy and compassion live? This would be the triumph of the winds, and the ultimate result would be developing the 5 great wisdoms of Lady Niguma. So let's talk about the wisdoms that are associated with each vayu. So for prana vayu, we know that that emotion that's associated with it is anger or ignorant disliking. But when we can triumph over this wind, we can become, excuse me, an unshakable yogi, it's called. So this is someone who has the wisdom of emptiness. And let's recall, what is emptiness? Emptiness is like a blank movie screen. And instead of the world coming this way, it's coming this way, based on all of our actions through body, speech, and mind. So we're the ones projecting things outward, cause and effect. With Udana Vayu, upward moving wind, that's the negative emotion of ignorantly liking. So when we purify this wind, we can become a yogi who is called limitless. And this is a particular wisdom of discrimination. So that means we don't have a bias toward others. We are completely equal. Apana Vayu, emotion of pride and stinginess. So when we purify that, we transform into what's called the jeweled yogi. And that one's wisdom of equality, both because it's equal and because we have to be equal to get it. So notice there's this trend of we don't just get these wisdoms, we have to give in order to receive, right? So a person with the wisdom of equality works to stop the pain and suffering of life for everyone, not just for themselves. That one seems really important right now. Samana Vayu, related to emotion of jealousy and competitiveness. And when we purify that wind, we attain the wisdom of accomplishment. That wisdom shows up in many different ways to help other people. So think of these like superpowers that you're gaining when you purify these winds. The last one, Vijnana Vayu, the one about ignorance or misunderstanding itself, If we purify this, we become the yogi of appearances. So it's called mirror-like wisdom. You're showing up just as other people need you. You appear to them in the way that's most helpful for them. So the clarity of seeing the true nature of every object is like a completely clear stainless mirror, free of any distortion, and especially the distortions caused by the strongest negative emotion, which is anger from pranavayu. So unshakable yogi, you defeat anger, purify the pranavayu, and achieve the wisdom of emptiness. Limitless yogi, overcoming ignorant liking, purifying the udana vayu, and gain the wisdom of discrimination. Jeweled yogi purifies pride and stinginess associated with apanavayu, and you attain the wisdom of equality. Yogi of attainment conquers jealousy and purifies the samanavayu, the stomach area, developing the wisdom of accomplishment. And yogi of appearances, eliminating ignorance itself, purifying all pervasive wind, Vyanavayu, accomplishing that mirror-like wisdom. So we're going to start today's practice standing at the top of the mat. Go ahead and find your mat, and you can stand with your eyes closed. We'll just set an intention before we start moving. Move this away. Feet are about hip width distance apart. You can bring your hands together at your heart. Take a moment to connect with what's inspiring you to join this practice today. A motivation to dispel these negative emotions, whether they're subtle or whether they're a little louder at this time in your life, in order to be a benefit to all beings in this world and then some. Let this powerful intention you set be what motivates you through your practice. If at any point you become distracted, believing in your efforts to achieve these 5 wisdoms of Lady Niguma's yoga. Great. Now let's deepen the breath and let the palms come down. And we'll start with a few warm-ups in our practice. To warm up Vyanavayu, we're going to circle the arms forward. Do this 5 times. So now we're envisioning that we're facing east. We don't have to know where east is, where we are. Just imagine that you're facing east. That's the direction of Vyanavayu. Now reverse the circles. And then turning one direction, we're going to warm up for Apanavayu. So you circle the legs, lifting your knee, opening it to the side, and then doing the other side. Loosening up the energy associated with pride and stinginess. And then turn another half direction. You might be facing, I'll stay facing you. You can turn around for Udana Vayu, circling the head, loosening up the energy here associated with ignorant liking. When we're grasping tightly onto things that we have, unwilling to share, possessiveness, you can reverse the circle of the head. or when we're trying to attain the things that we want, maybe even willing to harm others to get them. And then lift the chin, come to face the next direction. So you're moving in a circle. Warm up for Samana Vayu. We twist the body and just let your arms be relaxed here. So you're twisting at the navel, arms kind of lightly slapping the side. Releasing stuck energy of jealousy, competitiveness. When we want what someone else has, we get jealous or envious. And then competitive. Instead of rejoicing in their efforts, we're trying to beat them in some way. Good. And let's come back to facing front, original direction. For Pranavayu, we do a standing cat-cow. So bring your fingers interlaced behind your head. Open the chest. Breathe in and exhale, round. Shaking up this energy of anger itself, the strongest negative emotion. What would it be like if we could connect to our ultimate compassion and loving kindness and dispel this negative emotion of anger or frustration? Becoming that unshakable yogi. Beautiful, everyone. All right, let your arms rest by your side. We're going to do some vinyasas to warm up the body. Bring your hands together at your chest. So we're going to do a few different mudras. Palms of the heart represents Pranavayu, and then you bring the fingers facing down, representing Apanavayu, so let it go down the body. And then Uddanavayu, palms come back up. Lift the chin, they go up to the sky. As you exhale at the navel, Samanavayu, use your breath. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your palms, and as we move through our vinyasa, this represents Vyanavayu, the all-pervasive wind. So you can step or jump back, drop the knees, arch the back, bring your heart and chin toward the floor, look forward. Point the toes. Press through your hands, come into cobra or baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, moving through tabletop. Lift your hips high, downward facing dog. First one, practice, maybe your first one of the day. So shake up the head a little, yes and no. You can pedal your feet. Activate your Ujjayi breath, in through the nose, and out through the nose. Breathe in, step your left foot forward, drop your right heel down, rise up for warrior one. And then open up warrior two. So open up your stance a little bit more. Bring the palms down, lift your right heel, step back to plank, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. Inhale, step your right foot behind your right wrist. Drop your left heel down. Rise up to stand, Virabhadrasana 1. Take a moment to settle. Lifting the corners of your lips with a soft half smile. Remember your joyful effort, working to purify the values. Open up warrior two. Look out over your right fingertips. Windmill the arms down. Lift your left heel, move through your flow, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift your heart. Keep the elbows close to your ribcage. Exhale, move into downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, rise, pressing the palms together overhead, slightly back bend. Exhale, bring your hands to heart space. Good, we'll do that 2 more times. So remembering the mudras at the beginning. Palms facing up at your chest, pranavayu. Moving down, up pranavayu. Moving up, uddanavayu. You can lean back here. Exhale, samanavayu. Interlace your fingers behind you. So this time, uttanasana variation. Drawing the wrists close to one another. Inhale, lift up halfway. And bring your fingertips down, palms down, step back, plank. Breathe. To drop, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift your heart space, cobra. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, 1 breath. Nice practice, everyone, looking good. Breathe in, left foot forward, right heel down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Open up, Virabhadrasana 2. From here, we're gonna do something with our arms. This pose is called Nigu Sky Archer. So you windmill your arms back 3 times, and then the right palm slides down the right leg, lift your left arm into reverse warrior. Windmill the arms back down, frame your front foot, lift your right heel. Move through your vinyasa. Maybe you try chaturanga or leave your left heel lifted. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Nice, exhale, downward dog. 1 breath together. Breathe in, right foot forward, left heel down, warrior 1. Open up, warrior 2. You can adjust your feet. All right, let's do that again. Windmill the arms back, Nigu Sky Archer 3 times, and then land in your reverse warrior. Breathe into your right rib cage. Bring your palms down. Move through your vinyasa. This is still the warm-up, everyone. Lady Niguma 2 is a pretty active sequence, so if it starts to feel a little too much for you, feel free to rest in a supportive pose that works for you today, like child's pose. Or you can skip a vinyasa. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale to step or jump to the top, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise up, reach up and back. Exhale, hands through heart space, arms by your side. All right, let's do that 1 more time. Palms together at your chest. Breathe in. Exhale, bring them down the body. Good. Inhale, up, up through throat area, Uddanavayu. Exhale, fold Samanavayu, interlace fingers behind you. Breathe in, half lift. And then exhale, bring the palms down. Move through your vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, arching the back. Exhale, bringing your hips to the sky. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, warrior 1. Stay for a breath. Feeling strong in your warrior pose. Open up, warrior 2. Let's do it again. Windmill the arms, Nigu Sky Archer, come into reverse warrior. Exhale, dive your palms down, lift your right heel. Move through vinyasa. Meet in our downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down. Warrior 1 as you inhale up. Open up, warrior two. Move your arms. Like you're flying through the sky. Reverse the warrior. And then bring the palms down. Move through vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Great work, everyone. Take a breath. Shake your head, do what you need to do. Body feels warm now. Shaking up the prana. Getting ready to move through specific postures for each body. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump to the top, half lift. Exhale, hold. Inhale, rise up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands come down through your heart and by your side. Great, all right, so now we're gonna start working with Ionno Vayu. That's the one, the whole pervasive wind in the whole body. We start with a side plank. So you're gonna do left side first, bringing your right palm down. You can bring your right shin down, facing the left side of your mat. For me, I'm doing shin down, but if you want, you can do both feet, sides of the feet down, or you can stack your feet, flexing them. Good, nice variations. Reaching your left arm up, look at your left thumbnail. Or you can reach the left arm over the ear. Maybe you even lift your left heel up in line with the hip. Great, everyone. Stay for 3 breaths. Bring the left palm down, and we'll do side plank facing the other side. Left shin down, or stacking your feet facing the right side of the mat. Look up at your right thumbnail, or maybe you reach the arm over the ear, your leg up in line with the hip. Stay for 3 breaths. Good, right palm comes down, move through vinyasa, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right heel up and back. Exhale, step in between the hands, drop the left heel down. We're coming into extended side angles. So supportive variation would be right elbow on top of the right thigh, or you can go deeper with your hand on a block or inside of your foot. Reach your left arm over the ear. So you should feel the whole left side of your body stretching. Nice, Robert. Nice, everyone. Looking good. Look down toward your right foot. You can bring your left hand toward your waist. We're going to move into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. I like to use a block. So think of where your hand's going to go. Top right corner. Bring the weight over your right foot to right ankle, and then kick your left heel up with the foot flexed. Now, with your foot flexed, use your hand to open your hip to the left side, and you can reach your left arm up. Super flex foot, like you're gonna kick the wall down beside you. Stay for 3 breaths. Nice. Gracefully as you can, step back so you have warrior 2 legs. Beautiful. From here, bring your right hand onto your thigh, maybe the hip crease, and we circle the winds. So you move your left arm back. Do this 5 times. So as we do this, we're thinking of the misunderstanding of things coming at me, my world coming at me. And then as we circle forward, now circle opposite direction, it's a reminder of, no, things are coming from me. Nice. All right, from here, you make your Slayer mudra, so it's like rock and roll. Love this pose. This one's called throwing the lasso. So you're throwing the wisdom out into the world. You bring it to your heart space, lean back, and then throw the lasso. Yeah, let's bring the palms down, move through vinyasa. Still working Dhyana Vayu. Lift your chest, breathe in. Exhale, downward dog. Let's do the other side. Inhale, lift your left heel up and back. Exhale, step in between your hands. Drop the right heel down. Come into extended side angle. Maybe matching the variation you did on the other side. Feel the right side of your body stretch. If you have the arm over the ear, see if you can look underneath your right palm. Keep breathing here, working with Dhyana Vayu, becoming the yogi of appearances when we purify this all-pervasive wind showing up in the world just as everyone needs. Removing misunderstanding from our own minds. Bring your right hand to your waist. Look to the top left corner. We're going to come into half moon. I'm going to use a block, but you don't have to. Start to bring the weight over the left ankle. And then lift your right heel up. Super flexed foot. Good. Right hand opens the hip. And maybe you reach your right arm up to the sky. You can look up at your hand as a test for your balance. Stay for 3 breaths. Nice control, everyone, looking great. As gently as you can, step back, warrior 2 legs. So you might adjust your stance a little bit. Bring your left hand onto the thigh or hip crease. Let's circle the wind. So right arm circles back 5 times. Remembering that misunderstanding of seeing the world coming at us, and then circle forward. Remembering things are projected onto this movie screen. We creating the world, so making it possible to believe that we can create a paradise through our actions, right? Throwing that wisdom out into the world. Slayer mudra at your chest. Throw the lassos. Windmill the hands down. Move through vinyasa. We have one more pose for Dhyana Vayu after this. Very nice. All right, we're going to come into a seat. You can sit down or you can jump forward. I'm not going to do a jump through today, but you can step forward and sit down or cross your ankles. And then bring your legs long in front of you. Catching your breath. Last pose for Dhyana Vayu is called Diamond Lean, which is Tarasana. So bring the soles of your feet together. Your heels could be kind of far away from you, that's fine. Think of this diamond shape. Hold onto your shins. Hollow out your belly, breathe in, and then exhale with a rounded back. Dive forward into this diamond shape. You can use props for your forehead, or make a little diamond shape with your hands on your feet, and breathe here. Nice, everyone. Let's slowly rise up. Guide your knees back together. Cross your ankles. And then plant your palms. Step or jump back. Move through a flow. Breathing in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Step or jump forward. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring your palms down and your arms by your side. Nice. All right, we're ready to move to Upanabayu, the downward winds, to purify pride, stinginess. So we are going to move through a specific vinyasa. That's like a special one that we do when we're changing the winds. So bring your hands together at your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold, interlace your fingers behind you. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step or jump back, moving through your flow. From here, come into plank pose. Bring your left foot out to the side, finding fallen triangle. If that's challenging and that's not in your practice, you can bring your shin down. Bring the right palm down, come to plank. Now bring your right foot out to the side, fallen triangle. You can reach the arm back. Bring the left palm down. Move your knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lift your hips high. Bend the knees, look forward. Inhale to step or jump to the top of the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bring your hands down by your side. First pose for Upanabayu. We're going to do eagle wrap with the legs. Reach your left leg out to the side and then swing it around, cross it once or twice. Reach your arms in front of you. Right arm underneath the left. You can find a single or double wrap, or just give yourself a hug. Stay for 3 breaths. Release. We'll do the other side. Ground through your left foot. Cross the leg over, right leg over, once or twice, but you can bring your toe down like a kickstand. Arms in front of you. Left arm underneath right. Good. Stay for 3 breaths. Release. And now come to face the side of your mat. We're going to find a wide leg straddle, bringing your big toes to point in. So this pose is called belly diamond. You can bring your hands to your back, lean your chest back, bring your hips forward, inhale, and then exhale, fold over, bring your hands down underneath your shoulders, inhale, half lift, exhale, let the crown of your head come down. If you know any other variations here that you like, go ahead. Maybe you hold your heels or interlace fingers behind you. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands come underneath the shoulders. Exhale, bring your hands to your waist. Breathe in, rise up. And exhale, come to stand at the top of the mat. All right, have a seat. The next pose we're going to do is our yogic drops. So for my friends that are super familiar with Lady Niguma, one sequence, you'll remember these. We're going to drop down 3 times 3. So you either can lift up your seat, drop down, 3, 3, 3 with exhalations through your nose, or if you have a half or full lotus in your practice, you can do them real quick like this. Take a break and do 2 more sets. All right, so go through your 3 sets of 3 subtle body drops. On the last one, make a seal. Lift your pelvic floor if you're familiar with the bandhas. Uddiyana Mula Bandha at the seat, Uddiyana Bandha at the navel. Lift your heart toward your chin, dropping the chin. creating this energy lock in the center of the body. Stay for a few breaths, or just stay for a few beats, I should say, a few seconds. And release by lifting your chin. Nice. All right. Release the bind of the lotuses if you had. Next pose is called Maha. What is it? This one's called Mahamudrasana. That's right. All right. So left leg extends. You can keep your right foot, the sole of the foot, inside of the left thigh. Or if you have it in your practice, you can sit on top of your right heel and then bring the knees a little closer together. Keep your left foot flexed. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head and clap the hands. You're going to interlace the fingers and release your ring finger. So it's a little different. So this is called Nagarjuna's lock. With the ring fingers, you grab the big toe, and instead of coming down all the way, keep your spine long and tuck your chin. So you're creating those locks that we just did in the other seal. So this is called the Great Seal. Release. And then let's do the other side. So your right leg extends, left sole of the foot inside of the thigh, or you sit on top of your left heel. Turn your chest to face toward your right leg. Inhale, reach your arms up, clap. And then interlace the fingers, releasing the ring fingers. Scoop up the big toe, so yogi toe lock, Nagarjuna's lock. And then lift your pelvic floor. Keep the spine long, drop the chin. Stay here. Release the arms, and let's bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. So Baddha Konasana, you bring the heels in closer to you. The feet can be open, or you can interlace the fingers over your toes. Reach through the crown of your head. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, hinge forward with a straight spine. So the moment you start to round your back, pull out of it a little bit. So only come down your chest toward your toes. Back up. Still 2 more poses for Apana Vayu, downward clearing wind to remove pride and stinginess. Let's find a wide leg straddle on the mat. Doesn't have to be super wide. Keep your toes up toward the ceiling. Lengthen through the crown of the head, breathe in. Exhale, hinge forward with a straight spine. You might walk your fingers forward and come onto your forearms, or grab your blocks if you have. And let your chin drop. Start to come back up, walk your hands closer toward you. You can bring your hands underneath your knees, bending them, and then bringing the feet toward one another. And let's come to lay down on the mat. Last pose for Apana Vayu, reclining toe hold. Bring your left knee into your chest. And then find a yogi toe lock with your peace fingers. Lengthen the left leg and then open it to the side. Again, I have a wall beside me, so I'm going to move over a bit. And then reach your right arm out to the side. Look over your right shoulder. Bend the left knee. Lengthen the left leg down the mat, and let's do the other side. Bring your right knee into your chest. Grab the big toe with the 2 peace fingers. You can keep your left hand on your left leg, actually, so it helps to mind to keep it grounded. Lengthen the right leg up and then open the leg to the side. If this feels too challenging, you can keep the knee bent and look over your left shoulder. Okay, bend the right knee, lengthen the right leg down the mat. We're going to move through our special vinyasa You can interlace the fingers behind your right thigh, kick the right heel down, cross the ankles, plant your palms, step or jump back. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. And exhale, bring the left leg out to the right side, fallen triangle. Right palm comes down, come into plank. Release your right leg out to the left side, fallen triangle. Left palm comes down. Drop the knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, downward dog. Bending your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat, half lift. Exhale to fold. Breathe in, rise up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands come through your heart space and by your side. All right, we're gonna move into Samana Vayu, the equal wind at the navel, to purify the jealousy, competitiveness, turn it into that wisdom of equality. So we start with a standing Uddiyana Bandha. You might be familiar with this one from Lady Niguma 1-2. So we breathe in normally, and with an open mouth exhale, you all the air out. At the bottom of the exhale, you lock your chin, lift the lower bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, you hold. And when you need to inhale, you lift your chin and breathe. So we're just going to do one. We can start together. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, release through the mouth. Lock the chin, lift the lower bandhas. Lifting the chin when you need to inhale. So that could be like after a second or longer. Some of you have a longer hold. Whenever you're ready, come back to stand in Tadasana. Inhale, bring your left knee up. You can bring your left hand toward your waist. With your right hand, you're going to twist so you can hold the outside of the left shin, and then gently twist, maybe release your left arm back. So crossed, twist. One more breath here. And then step the left foot down, come down, we'll do the other side. Balancing on your left foot. Lifting your right knee up. I'm going to do a variation that's more gentle today because my left foot hurts. Left hand outside of right knee or thigh, and reach your right arm back. You might even look all the way back toward the right thumb. Nice, everyone. And then release. Let's come to sit down on the mat. We're going to do boat pose 3 times with our breath of fire. So let's come to balance on sit bones. You can hold your shins, bring them into a tabletop position. Stay like this, or release your arms, whatever variation you like. From here, you do fast inhales and exhales 10 times. So fire breathing, go for it. Once you did 10, bring your feet down, give yourself a little seated hug. We'll do that 2 more times. Come back to boat pose, Navasana, fire breathing 10 times. Rest. Samana Vayu, working that fire element at the navel. One more. Good. When you've completed those rounds, come into an easy seat. You're going to move through belly dance. So bring your hands onto your knees, and we'll move toward the left 5 times, and then toward the right. So bring your chest forward, and then round the back. So you feel like you're churning at the belly, like a belly dance. Do that. You can close your eyes here. Visualize purifying Samana Vayu, the jealousy, competitiveness rides, refining it to that wisdom, and then reverse the opposite direction, wisdom of quality. But once you've completed those 5 rounds there, you're going to move into cow face pose with diamond fists. So you bring your thumb in and wrap your fingers around. Bending your right knee, so the right knee's in line with the hip, and then roll forward. You're going to cross the left over the right, separate your feet about mat width distance so the knees are stacked. You might want to use a block here to sit up, otherwise sitting in between your feet. Good. Bringing the thumbs in, wrap the fingers around, bring them to your lower belly, breathe in, and then exhale forward. Roll up. Release the hands. We'll do the opposite side. So your right knee is stacked on top of the left. You might want to use your hands to bring them into more alignment. It's okay if they're not perfectly stacked. Finding your diamond fists, bring them to your lower belly. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward. Rolling up. Cross at the ankles. Let's move through vinyasa. That was the last one for Samanavayu. Step back, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, bring your hips high. Lift the left leg up, breathe in. And then bring the left foot out to the side, fallen triangle. Right palm down, come into plank. Drop the right foot out to the side for fallen triangle. Left palm down, move through your knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hips high. Bending your knees, look forward. On your inhale, step or jump to the top, half lift. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, rise up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, bring your hands together at your heart and by your side. Good. All right. Pranavayu. Working with the strongest negative emotion of anger. So we're going to make those diamond fists again. Bring them on top of your shoulders. And then circle the arms forward 5 times. And then circle back. This pose is called the mandala of war. So getting rid of the anger that we see in our world. And close your eyes if that helps. Once you finish the 5, moving back, we're going to do a pose called open close. So you open your arms, open your heart space, and then interlace your fingers, press it away. Doing 5 of those, open and close. I'll do it from the side so you can see. Opening and closing. Good. Once you've completed those, bringing those diamond fists underneath your underarms. So the right goes under the left, left under right. Drop the elbows down. We're going to do twists with exhales through the nose. So looks like that. Do 5. 5 on each side. Nice. You might feel a little lightheaded after that. I always do. So take a breath. Just come back. Okay, bringing the diamond fist back. We're going to do a pose called heart strike. So you're going to very lightly tap the chest area. Do this 5 times, moving just down the chest. So where the pranavayu runs along the arms, chest. You can do exhales through your nose as you do it. Nice, and then relax for a breath. Bringing your diamond fist back on top of the shoulders, and we're going to use our elbows to hit the sides of the upper ribs, so it looks like this. Do that 5 times. The big exhale through the nose. So you completed, relax for a breath. And we'll make our way down to stand on our knees to do Ustrasana, camel pose. So you can check that your knees are underneath your hips. Some of you could flex the feet to start. I'm gonna do my toes pointed, so tops of the feet down. Bring your palms to your lower back. Squeeze behind the shoulder blades. As you inhale, press your hips forward. So instead of leaning your body back, think of your hips going forward and your chest opening up to the sky. If you feel comfortable to do so, let your head drop back. You might even grab for your heels. Come out of the pose, tuck your chin, hands come back to the lower back, and then sit on your heels for a brief moment, palms facing up on your lap. We're gonna do that one more time, one more camel. You might feel your heart beating a little bit more quickly right now. That's natural when we're doing deep heart opening postures like this. Think of it like the anger residual releasing from your body, releasing and purifying the pranavayu. And come back up to stand when you're ready on your knees. Feet flexed or toes pointed, hands to the lower back. They can be facing down or facing up. Squeeze behind your shoulder blades. Inhale, press your hips forward. Good. Maybe reach back for your heels, supercharge the hips. Stay for a few breaths. If you need to come out sooner, that's okay. Just come out gently. Up the chin. Hands come to the lower back. Come to sit on your heels. Bring your knees together and then come into a restorative child's pose. So forehead down. Arms wrapped alongside your body. You can grab or make your diamond fist and then gently massage or tap out your lower back area. You have one more pose for Pranavayu. When you're ready, roll up. Drop one hip down. Extend your legs long in front of you. Bend your left knee. Step the left foot outside of the right thigh. You can keep your right leg extended or you can draw the heel in toward you. Seated spinal twist. Left palm behind you. Reach your right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Hug your knee in, or you could find a variation like hooking the elbow, or maybe even reach for your left ankle with your right hand and look over left shoulder. Slowly unravel. We do the other side, so right leg over the left, keeping the leg extended, or you can draw your left heel in toward your glute. Right palm behind you. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, twist open to your right. And slowly unravel. We move through our vinyasa. Cross at the ankles. You can roll forward, stepping or jumping back, moving through knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift the left heel up. And then bring the left foot to the right side, finding fallen triangle. right palm down, come to plank, and then come to that palm triangle, other side, right foot to the left. Bring your left palm down, move through your knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, downward dog. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump to the top, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and shine up. Press your palms together overhead. Exhale, moving your hands through heart space, arms by your side. All right, we've got Uddiyana Vayu left. Stand with your feet about hip width distance apart. First pose is called Circle of Flame. So you circle the head one direction, slowly 3 times. Uddiyana Vayu, purifying ignorant liking. And then reverse the circle the other way 3 times. Lift the chin and come to stand at the top of the mat. This next pose is really cool. It's called Snare of Hunkara. So you step your left foot back. So it's like warrior 2 legs, but then we pivot and lift the left heel, or you could just lift your left toes. And then bring your Slayer mudras back in. You bring them to your chest, looking up over the horizon, then drawing them out to both sides. So lengthen the arms. Good. Come back to stand at the top of the mat, and we'll do the other side. So step your right foot back. Good. Now pivot. So you're lifting your right toes or your right heel. It's a little challenging, I know. If it is, just lift your toes. Bring your Slayer mudras in at your heart space. Look up and over to the right, and then lengthen the arms. Yeah, nice. Come back to stand at the top of the mat. Good. From here, we can come down. We're going to do a bridge pose. Just be mindful of the neck area here. Extend your arms alongside your body with the palms facing down. And then inhale, lift your hips. We're going to do a bridge pose with a toe lift. I'm not going to do the toe lift today on my left side, but you can see with my right. It's bridge pose with your heels lifted. If you want, you can walk shoulder blades together. Interlace your fingers underneath you. Slowly roll down. Bring the back body down and your heels down. The next pose we're going to do is a shoulder stand. If you don't have shoulder stand in your practice, or it's just not available today, you can do Viparita Karani, legs up in the air. If you need more support, you can fold your mat underneath your shoulders so you have more cushioning. So lifting the hips high, palms to lower back, fingers face toward your legs, and then if you're in the active shoulder stand, let your legs be active. You can close the eyes down. Mindful not to crunch the neck. Working at Uddiyana Vayu, upward wind. You have Halasana in your practice. You can bring your toes behind you. Plow pose. Palms could stay at the lower back, or maybe you interlace the fingers and lengthen the arms down the mat. From here, you can stay like this, or some of you might bend the knees so they hug the ears, Karna Padasana. Straighten the legs if you had knees bent over ears. Very gently, we're going to come out of this pose. So if the fingers are interlaced, bring the palms down and roll down vertebra by vertebra without lifting the skull off the mat. Super slow, using your strength. And you can bring the legs all the way down with control. We're going to move into fish pose. So if you have a top knot bun with your hair like I do, you might want to move it down since we'll be applying pressure on the crown of the head. Point through the toes, zip the legs together. Bring your palms underneath your glutes facing down. Press into your forearms to lift the chest and then let your head drop back, bring the crown of the head down. Opening up Uddiyana Vayu at the throat. Slowly come out, press into your forearms, tuck the chin, come to lay down. Last pose for Uddiyana Vayu, we just give the neck a massage. So look over toward your left. With your right hand, you can reach behind the neck and start to massage the left side of the neck, back of the neck. Gently bring your chin towards center. Look over your right shoulder, and with your left hand, you start to massage the right side of the neck with your left fingertips, back of the neck, shoulders. It should feel good. Very nice. All right. Bring the chin back to center. Bring your knees into your chest. Roll up. So we're almost done the practice. What we do in the Lady Niguma 2 sequence is we go back to Ionno Vayu just to do a couple more poses. So the next one is a headstand. If you don't have a headstand in your practice, that's okay. I'm not going to do headstand. I'm going to do more supportive variation called rabbit pose. So you bring the crown of your head down. You hold your heels and then lift your hips. If that's not calling to you either, you can just bring both hands on top of the crown of your head, apply pressure, and close your eyes. So working with any variation that's calling to you. Rid of any residual misunderstanding in this all pervasive wind Ionno Vayu. Anything secretly lingering around. When you're ready, you can come back down, rest in a child's pose or seat pose, just to reset, forehead down. Roll up to sit on your heels. So you can stay seated on your heels like this, or you could tuck the toes under and then sit on your heels like that. You're gonna do a neck stretch. So you breathe in, drop your left ear toward your left shoulder, and then tuck the chin down. Slowly roll the head up, back to center. We do the other side. Breathe in, drop the right ear toward the right shoulder, stretching the side of the neck, and then tucking the chin down. Rolling the head up gently. Good. Roll your shoulders up toward your ears. Inhale and exhale, relax. Open your arms wide. Give yourself a big hug, rejoicing your efforts. Close your eyes. Speaking some words of affirmation to yourself. You can inhale, open your arms, and then bring the opposite arm on top. Give yourself a hug. Good. Release the arms. You can bring one hip down and lengthen your legs long in front of you. We're gonna slowly come down. As you come down, you might kind of tap out the legs or give yourself some massage on the legs as you roll. Letting the head, neck, and shoulders come down. You could even press the shoulders down the back. Massage the area of the jaw or in between your eyebrows, anywhere where there might be residual tension, and then fully relax the physical body into the mat and close your eyes in Shavasana. Take a deep breath in through the nose and a big exhale through the mouth. Rejoice in the efforts that you've made. Working to purify the negative emotions that ride on these 5 values and transmute them into Lady Niguma's 5 wisdoms. This goodness you've gathered in your practice, all of the benefit, offer up to someone or a group of people, those that are suffering and could really use it right now, sharing the benefit of Lady Niguma's yoga for the world. Send it to them and dedicate all of your effort away. Slowly return the awareness back into the room that you're in, back into your body resting here. Deepening the breath, wiggling your fingers and toes. And your head drops side to side. Moving your ankles, wrists. And you can stretch the arms back. And relax. Slowly bending the knees to bring the soles of the feet down and roll into a fetal position. And whenever ready, you can press into your top hand to come back up. Thank you so much, everyone. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. So lovely to practice with you. Thank you for letting me guide you through Lady Niguma too. That was my first time guiding it publicly, so I hope you liked it. Really excited to hopefully teach it again. If you have any questions, I'm happy to hang out. Otherwise, Karina has some announcements that she would like to share.
Yay! Thank you, Chrissy, for amazing Lady Niguma second series, and thank you for helping us to learn how to control our winds. Thank you all for practicing with us today. By the way, we will have the next event of Lady Niguma for the World program. This will be the last event of this year on December 23, which will be led by Norika. But it's not the end of my announcements. I'm super happy to announce the next big YSI event, which will be Hatha Yoga Pradipika 3 with Geshe Michael Roach, with Earl Burnley and YSI teachers, this course will definitely help you to deep dive into Lady Niguma practice and will help you gain more understanding of the processes that we are working on the mats and off the mats. So the course will start on January 18th, and you can register through the distributors of your language with a super early bird price till December 22nd. And we will have the next event on December 21st, where Earl will guide us through the review of Hatha Yoga Pradipika second chapter, and will give us the main ideas of the next chapter that we will have. So this will be a free event. Please register through your distribution or through the YSI calendar, which I will shortly share in our chat. So thank you so much for coming today. Thank you so much, Chrissy, for guiding us through this beautiful practice. Thank you, our amazing translators. And we will see each other very soon at some YSI event. Stay tuned, and thank you for supporting the program. Let's rejoice the seeds we planted today together. Thank you so much. Yay. See you all. Thank you so much, Amy, for hosting us today.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.